Diana McIntyre, and I'm doing mine on my father's side of the family, which is the McIntyres, and my mother's side, which is Kolosowski, Irish and Polish. My family's large. I included cousins just to show some certain patterns. I don't know as much about my father's side of the family. My father's real dad was well, he passed away when my dad was just born. And an interesting thing I found about talking to my dad, we had always been told that my dad had left his toys on the stairs, and my grandfather fell down the stairs and died. My grandmother was a little bit abusive. And all these years, although I never really believed it, I knew it had to be some kind of accident. As I was talking to my dad the other day, he actually just said, no, he was murdered. He was in something involved in the Irish Mafia, and he died from a blow to the head. So all these years, the grandchildren and the kids were led to believe that it was my dad's fault that his dad was dead. And it's kind of interesting. None of us asked. My grandmother then managed to marry another man who was a good man, very good man. I don't know how she tolerated him all these years, but she did. They are all dead now. Mostly of old age, really, because he was quite a bit older. He was in his 90s, and she was in her 70s, probably just old age, heart gave out. She wasn't that healthy. I don't know that much about my dad's side of the family, except he has one brother and a sister, and then they have 2 kids, one who has passed away from a snowmobiling accident. My mother's side of the family, we're all very close. I mean, there really isn't anybody that I could say I'm not close with. We see them often, we see them holidays, we see them weekends. We were raised to be very close to them. The only pattern of maybe some bad feelings seems to be in the families of the siblings. They're each of their oldest children. My sister, my cousins, all of the oldest children seem to have a pretty poor relationship with their parents and or siblings. And I'm not sure why that is, but it is the way it is. My mom and dad were married 43 years. My mom passed away in 2008. She died of complications of COPD. Almost everybody in my family that is gone outside of my mother has died of cancer. All the exes, even though some of them were kind of young, all died of cancer. We don't seem to have diabetes. We don't seem to have any big heart problems, anything like that. It's just all cancer. We also have a lot of substance abuse in our family. Although they might say it's suspected, they are addicts. And if our immediate family does not have it, generally we have married somebody with substance abuse, which accounts for every one of the divorces in our family. My first divorce, my aunts, sisters, my cousins, all married an alcoholic, although none of us seem to drink much. We're very close. We grew up in Ohio. My grandparents lived in Ohio all their lives. Nobody strayed further than Grand Rapids, Michigan. Grand Rapids and Toledo, we're all located there. There are a couple of people in Akron, but like I say, we're all within a 200-mile radius. Nobody's gone any further than that. Most of us are college educated, and the ones that are not seem to be in my parents' family. They're the sisters and brothers. The women are educated generally in nursing or teaching, but the men were generally laborers, worked in the factories, that kind of thing. Very few military people in our family. My father is all, and then I think I have a cousin. And like I said, we're all close on my mom's side of the family. I know everybody. Little information did I have to get on them because I've known them. We're close. We see each other all the time. I am probably was closest with my mother. My mother was probably closest with her mother. So that in 3 generations, that's where that went. Most of us are Catholic. In fact, all of us are Catholic. If we married outside of our religion, generally they converted. I don't know why that is. Some of us don't practice like perhaps our elders did. Some don't practice at all, but we all still consider ourselves Catholic. Which might fall into the alcoholism thing, I'm not sure, but nobody seems to go outside of that. My grandfather, I have to attribute to keeping everybody close. Before he died, he bought some land in Canada. We all still, everybody, all my cousins, all my sisters, brothers, everybody still go there every summer and spend a few weeks. So we do see, that was his vision, to see us spend time together every year, and we still do that. I have 2 sisters and a brother. We all have at least 4 children. And I think that comes from